The Easy Diet, Weight Loss and Nutrition for Beginners. Written by Giovanni Rigters. Narrated by Dustin Thomas. Introduction. Maintaining a right diet and nutrition can help improve your overall health. It can also increase your energy levels and prevent diseases. In some cases, a good diet plan may be instrumental in keeping psychological disorders such as depression at bay. Benefits of good nutrition. A good diet and nutrition is more than just weight loss. It's about paying attention to what you eat and which foods are better for you. Below are some of the known benefits of maintaining a healthy diet and nutrition. Helps control body weight. Maintaining your ideal body weight is necessary for good health. Too much or too less can lead to and aggravate all sorts of health problems. Increases your energy levels. A healthy diet entails a decrease in the intake of food items that are high in sugar. Doing this saves your body from experiencing sugar highs and lows. As a result, your energy levels out, and throughout the day you will feel like you have more energy than ever before. Improves mood. Some studies have shown that maintaining a healthy diet can help stabilize and improve your mood. Staying away from alcoholic beverages and drinks that are high in caffeine can help you away from the highs and lows that you may suffer from. In addition, a healthy diet can also help you avoid these diet-related diseases: adult-onset diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, strokes, heart problems, high cholesterol. Adult-onset diabetes may be triggered by diets with excess sugar. High blood pressure or hypertension may be set off by a diet high in salt. Cholesterol problems may be a result of eating too much of foods that are high in fats. Heart problems and strokes are complications of uncontrolled hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes, and a host of other factors. Osteoporosis may be prevented by eating foods that are high in calcium, such as low-fat milk, and low-sodium and low-fat sardines. Don't skip the facts. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is that they do not bother to look at the nutrition facts of what they are purchasing. Do not get swayed by flashy labels. Take some time to inspect the ingredient list as much as possible. Increase your daily intake of these foods: fresh vegetables, vegetable sources of protein, such as beans, legumes, and nuts, whole grains, fresh fruits, soy-based products, homemade soups that are low in fat and salt. Cut down on the following food products. When you are out grocery shopping, look at the labels of the food items you are putting in your basket and cut down on the following food products: alcohol, caffeinated coffees, teas, and sodas, carbonated sugary drinks, foods labeled enriched, dairy and dairy products, red meat, cigarettes, foods high in sugar, foods high in salt, hydrogenated oils, preservative-rich foods. Simpler than you think. One of the main reasons why people tend to shy away from adhering to healthy diet habits is the fear of it being a time-consuming, expensive, and complicated process. The truth is, maintaining good nutrition is often simpler than you think. It is all a matter of simple substitutions and paying attention to what and how much you are eating. Lastly, keep in mind that being healthy does not mean that you have to be super thin, nor does it require that you adhere to a specific diet that makes you uncomfortable. Do what you feel is right, and you'll soon be on your way to a better health and a better you. Chapter 1. What is a healthy diet and nutrition? Anyone's diet is basically made up of the foods he or she eats. Nutrition, on the other hand, is that concept that people anywhere should take into account regarding the food they eat, so it will give the needed nourishment their bodies need in the long run. Good nutrition simply means your body is given all of the nutrients, the vitamins and minerals that it needs so it can function for you optimally, and that you can live healthy, free of ailments. A healthy diet is what gives your body good nutrition. For diet and nutrition to make a huge impact on your life and make for a healthy weight, you must balance your efforts with a good physical activity program. Without it, your dieting efforts will be in vain. It's also worth noting that all these can improve your bodily functions, particularly cardiovascular functions and your mental well-being. Your cognitive performance is also enhanced along the way, and the best part probably is knowing that with good nutrition, your wound healing capabilities will be given a big boost, reducing your risk of suffering diseases and sickness along the way. This holds true to the fact that the benefits of good nutrition fully extends to your body's significant reduction of the risk from all those serious diseases that many people are suffering from these days, especially heart diseases, diabetes, some cancers, stroke, and even osteoporosis. With good nutrition, you can be sure to increase your body's self-defense and fight off those dreadful illnesses. To make for an easy transition to that ideal healthy living, take note of these general tips. Eating a good combination of fruits and vegetables. This means, of course, going for those fresh fruits instead of those fruit juices. You should also care to eat and enjoy dark green and orange veggies, peas, and beans. Get your dose of calcium-rich foods. This is important for that strong foundation within your bones. You can get these from low-fat milk and other dairy products, aside from leafy vegetables. Go lean on your protein intakes. Lean meat and poultry is the best. It would also be ideal to make variations on your protein choices by putting in fish, nuts, seeds, beans, and many more. Diet and nutrition is everything. Your efforts, together with how you regard this matter, will define how you will be enjoying the rest of your life. You should know that there isn't much to enjoy in life if you frequent yourself to hospitals because you have to address one serious medical concern after another. Chapter 2. Uses of Diet and Nutrition. The world of health and fitness is filled with misconceptions about diet and nutrition. In this Diet and Nutrition Fact Guide, I will take you through some of the top nutrition myths and set them straight for you. People are being misinformed with incorrect information out there. Do not spend another dime on a magic pill or potion. My passion is to help people succeed in their health and fitness goals, and I want to help you today to receive the correct information so you can have a good base to start your healthy lifestyle today. Diet and Nutrition Fact Guide. Myth: if I eat more protein, I will build muscle faster. Diet and Nutrition Fact 1. Protein is indeed the building blocks of muscle tissue, but exercise causes micro tears in the muscle. When we rest the muscles to recover, protein does help with muscle recovery, resulting in an increase in muscle size. So yes, protein does play a role in building muscle mass, but only in conjunction with a well put together exercise program. Myth: without supplements, I will not reach my goals. Diet and Nutrition Fact 2. First of all, you need to be very clear about what your goals are. If you are an elite athlete and you and your trainer knows exactly what you are doing, supplements will be a benefit. If you are a competitive bodybuilder and you want to build serious muscle mass, then supplements can play a very important role in muscle recovery. But if you just want to lose some weight, you do not need to use supplements. A healthy diet and regular exercise will get you there. Myth: exercise is more important than nutrition. Diet and Nutrition Fact 3. Proper nutrition is the cornerstone of a healthy lifestyle and weight loss program. My trainer would always remind me that results are based 70% on diet and 30% on exercise. So get your nutrition right before you hit the gym. Myth: cravings are your body's way of telling you that it needs something. Diet and Nutrition Fact 4. Believe it or not, this is one of the most untrue myths. Cravings are often associated with an underlying emotional issue and basic unmet needs, like the need for fun, excitement, or even love. Emotional issues connected to these cravings usually occur due to stress, tension, anxiety, fear, impatience, depression, or low energy and tiredness. They are also often associated with hormonal changes. Myth: carbs are the enemy. Diet and Nutrition Fact 5. There are no secret tricks for losing weight. It is pretty simple. You need to eat a well-rounded diet, and this includes carbs, protein, and fat, as all three of these macronutrients have important functions in the body. The problem comes is when you do not know what types of carbs to eat and the effect it has on blood sugar levels. And this is probably one of the most important facts that you will need to know if you want to lose weight. Keep your blood sugar levels constant with the correct foods and stick to your exercise plan and you will achieve your goals. 3 reasons why you need fiber in your diet. The importance of a good diet in bodybuilding cannot be overlooked. Fiber is very important if you want your diet to be top-notch. There are various health benefits that a person enjoys when they take a diet rich in fiber, since fiber helps improve the cardiovascular system as well as the digestive system of a person's body. Fiber also plays various other important functions in the body. There are many bodybuilders who like eating junk foods. When they take junk foods, their body tends to accumulate a lot of body fat since junk foods contain excess calories, which end up being converted into body fat. There are other various aspects as to why you need to eat fiber-rich diets, such as digestive system. The reason why you need to eat a fiber-rich diet is because fiber has been known to help a person with digestive problems. If you are one of those people who constantly keeps having difficulties with their digestion, then you need to eat a diet which is rich in fiber. Cholesterol levels. The other reason why you need to take a diet which is rich in fiber is because they are very effective in helping reduce the cholesterol levels of an individual when the food is in the small intestines. In order to protect your heart from any ailments related to having a high cholesterol level, you should take foods which are rich in fiber. You should never underestimate the importance of a fiber-rich diet in helping reduce body cholesterol levels. Weight loss. If you are trying to lose weight, you need to eat a diet which is rich in fiber. It has been noted that people who take fiber as part of their weight loss diet usually end up getting very good results, since they are able to obtain fast and healthy weight loss. The reason is because when your diet is rich in fiber, you will end up consuming fewer calories. The other reason why you should take plenty of fiber is because it helps you eat less food. When you take fiber, you will feel full since it takes time before it is fully digested. You will therefore not feel the need to eat during this period. You should never underestimate the importance of a fiber-rich diet in helping a person lose weight. In order to ensure that you have sufficient fiber in your diet, you should take about 14 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories you eat daily. Women have been known to consume around 1,500 to 2,000 units of calories, and this translates to about 21 to 28 grams of fiber. You should never underestimate the importance of a fiber-rich diet in promoting your health. Why you need protein in your diet. Quick weight loss diet plans are often filled with carbohydrates and short on protein. Others have few carbohydrates but little of any other nutritional value either. Even when you are dieting, your body still needs protein. If you think of all the parts of your body that are mainly or completely made up of protein, you will begin to understand why this ingredient in your diet is so important. Most people know that muscles are made up of protein, and some people know that fingernails and toenails are made up of it too. However, you might not think of your bones and teeth having protein in them. Your skin, including scar tissue, is protein-based. Your internal organs rely on the substance to keep them running, and the body would shut down without the enzymes and hormones made up of proteins. So, what are these proteins? Well, they are large molecules. There are 22 amino acids that make them up in various combinations. There are thousands of different proteins. The body can produce 13 of the amino acids, but the other 9 have to come from your food. Also, your body cannot store them for later use. They are used or excreted. You have to replenish the supply of protein every day. The immune system is put into jeopardy when the body does not receive enough protein. This is partly because a lack of proteins robs the body of hormones and enzymes that are needed to maintain good health. Cutting the body short of protein can have disastrous effects. You can not only cause yourself to lose muscle mass and become more flabby, you can also damage your internal organs. You can even make yourself sick by compromising your immune system. If you are going to go on a diet, make sure it gives you plenty of protein. When you take care of your protein needs, you will find that you are healthier. You will eat less and benefit more from exercise. Except for certain people with rare medical conditions, everyone needs protein in their diets. The amount will depend upon your size, your activity level, and some additional factors. The best way to find out how much you need is to speak to a nutritionist or a doctor. Why you need a low-carb diet plan menu. Anytime an individual considers living a low-carb lifestyle, even though there is a ton of information out there, it's always easiest to mentally prepare yourself if you have something laid out in front of you, like a diet plan. Even with the sheer amount of diet plans out there for nearly every diet ever created, there really aren't as many low-carb diet guides as you might think. Sure, there are paid ones, which is fine, but until you know you're 100% committed, it's always best to grab a free one if the option is available to you. Typically, a good diet plan will contain the following information. Number 1, an introduction that gets you mentally motivated and pumped up to start or continue your new way of eating. Number 2, typically it will contain a list of recipes. Usually 1 whole week's worth of breakfast, lunch, and dinner recipes is perfect. Anything more than that is an overkill, but might border on information overload. Number 3, after the list of recipes, a good diet plan will keep you motivated and perhaps provide some tips and tricks on how to save money on the food, snack ideas, and other bonuses to help you on your journey. Number 4, it should conclude with more motivational content, words and factual information, even real-life stories that will really get you excited about starting your journey. Low-carb dieting isn't necessarily difficult, however, without proper motivation, it will test you. Sure, eating meat, cheese, eggs, and all that good stuff perks low-carb dieters' interest at first, and it should. But just keep in mind after the first few weeks, or even sooner if you've low-carbed in the past, it will get to be somewhat tedious. If you're used to eating 300 carbs per day and you drop it down to 20 or so, you're going to have cravings, and that's where a good low-carb diet plan will come in handy. If you end up purchasing a physical book that has a low-carb diet plan, that's great, as you can have it laying around ready to read whenever you need it. More conveniently, if you obtain a low-carb diet plan in the form of an ebook, usually a PDF, you'll have it handy on your computer for quick access. But better yet, you can print out several copies of it, which you could put on your nightstand, leave one in your car, one at your parents' house, etc. Bottom line, if you're going to jump into a low-carb lifestyle, then the best thing you can do for yourself is do a little research. Find a good diet plan and stick to it. Stay motivated because the weight will come off, but you have to be committed, and without guidance, that can be somewhat a challenge. Why you need a yeast-free diet. There is a group of yeast-like fungi called Candida that is present in certain areas of our body. These fungi can grow outside of our body's normal tolerance levels when not maintained correctly by the good bacteria in our system. The out-of-control levels of yeast in our stomach and intestines can cause problems such as yeast infections, weight gain, prevent weight loss, allergies, immune deficiency, hormonal disruption, fatigue, abdominal bloating, indigestion, depression, and constipation. Be aware that if you have taken antibiotics, the good bacteria as well as the bad is killed, and antibiotics do not kill yeast. We need to change our diet if we wish to correct the problem. This change in diet can take anywhere from 1 to 3 months to have the desired effect. We need to deprive the yeast-like fungi of its source of power by not consuming anything that will cause an increase of Candida. It becomes necessary to eliminate processed foods, foods high in sugar, refined carbohydrates, dairy products, alcohol, and foods containing large amounts of starch. These foods all encourage yeast growth. Foods containing large amounts of starch and alcoholic beverages break down into the sugar that we want to avoid. You may see this as a very restrictive diet that you need to follow in order to get your body's overproduction of yeast in check. Remember, we need to give our body unprocessed, natural food that it really needs and wants and that the Candida cannot feed upon. There is a lot of healthy, great-tasting food that is allowed on this diet. You need to eat more veggies, beans, meat, whole grains, and eggs. Also, ask your doctor, go to a local health food store, or ask your pharmacist about recommended supplements. There are ways to introduce probiotics into our body in order to restore our body's natural levels of good versus bad bacteria, which will greatly improve our symptoms. You can also find certain types of yogurt in the dairy section of your local grocery store specifically designed to do just that. There are also pills available. Even a moderate amount of exercise will help anyone with yeast problems to improve their general health and encourage weight loss. While following a yeast-free diet, a lot of people have said that they have an energy increase and feel less fatigued, both of which help with exercise and weight reduction. Maintaining a healthy body free of this Candida problem will improve the quality of our life and get rid of all those annoying symptoms that reoccurring yeast infections or yeast intolerance can produce. When we get the level of yeast in our body balanced once again, many other problems disappear also. An example, irritable bowel syndrome, headaches, chronic ear infections, as well as asthma. Why you need iron in your diet. Every living thing on the planet, humans, animals, and even plants, contains iron. Iron is the most abundant of the trace minerals in your body. A typical 60 kilogram person, 132 pounds, has 2.4 grams of iron, less than a teaspoonful, but this constitutes billions of iron atoms. Trace minerals are no less important than major minerals, and if you are deficient in a trace mineral, it's no less serious than being deficient in a major mineral. Functions. The primary function of iron is in the manufacture of hemoglobin, the red pigment which constitutes around 30% of a red blood cell. Hemoglobin carries oxygen from the lungs to all the cells of the body, which needs a constant supply of oxygen to survive. The greater the amount of hemoglobin in each red blood cell, the greater its oxygen-carrying ability. Around 80% of the iron in your body is in the hemoglobin, in your blood, and 20% is in myoglobin, which is found in the muscles. A small quantity of iron is also found in the bone marrow. Iron is a key constituent of myoglobin, which stores oxygen for the muscles. So hemoglobin is for transportation of oxygen, and myoglobin for its storage. Iron is a key element of both. Why do the cells of your body need oxygen? Put simply, oxygen is a key element needed to convert food into energy, and this process creates hydrogen atoms and carbon atoms, which oxygen combines with to create the waste products of energy production: water, hydrogen and oxygen, and carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen. There are two other main functions of iron. One is to help enzymes, chemicals which speed up processes, to use oxygen, and the other is to manufacture new cells, hormones, neurotransmitters, and amino acids. Iron is stored in the bone marrow and added to new red blood cells in the liver. When red blood cells die, after 3 to 4 months, their iron is recycled back for storage in the bone marrow. Recommended daily amount. For adult males, the RDA is 9 milligrams, and for women of childbearing age, it's 15 milligrams, double the amount for men because women menstruate once a month and lose a lot of iron through blood loss. Pregnant women need even more, 30 milligrams a day. Another group which needs more than the average adult is athletes who sweat a lot in training and sport, as iron is also lost through perspiration. Teenage girls need to be particularly careful to get enough iron in their diet because their periods are usually heavier than for older women, and so blood loss is greater. Food sources. The richest source of iron is red meat, not only in amount but in a form most easily absorbed by the body. In other words, red meat is the most bioavailable source of iron. All poultry and fish contain iron, but in smaller amounts. And further down the list of iron-rich foods are plant-based foods, such as dark green vegetables, lentils, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. The iron in plant-based foods is less bioavailable, meaning that less iron is absorbed. When supplies of iron in the diet are low, the body is able to increase the bioavailability of iron from plant-based foods. Iron is only absorbed in synergy with other nutrients, and this will be explored in the next article, which will also examine the subject of iron deficiency. Why you need zinc in your diet. Zinc is one of the 8 trace minerals and plays a crucial role in many functions of your body. The recommended daily amount for men is 11 to 15 milligrams, depending on which expert source you use, and for women it's 8 to 12 milligrams. Zinc is the most abundant trace metal in the cells of your body, with the exception of red blood cells where iron is the most abundant trace metal. So why is zinc so important, and what would happen if you didn't get enough? In times of rapid growth, such as developing a fetus, and throughout childhood, the primary function of zinc is growth and development. Zinc is needed for a growth process called gene transcription, which means reading genetic instructions for replication of human cells. Many enzymes in the body are zinc dependent. Enzymes are proteins that catalyze, an example, speed up, biochemical reactions in the body, such as digestive enzymes, which is why zinc is so crucial for digestive functions. Thousands of processes in the body that involve enzymes are zinc dependent. Zinc deficiency can lead to growth retardation in children and sexual immaturity in adolescents. The first major studies into zinc deficiency were conducted in the Middle East in the early 1960s, particularly in Egypt and Iran. It was found that the prevalence of growth retardation in children was due to lack of meat in the diet, but also the fact that the diet was high in unleavened bread, which was high in a compound called phytate, a major inhibitor of zinc absorption in humans. If you're keen on building more muscle mass, zinc is crucial for muscle growth. In addition to retarded growth, a key sign of zinc deficiency in the Middle East studies was low appetite, poor digestion, and diarrhea. Trials of zinc supplementation were found to relieve these symptoms in cases where the cause was zinc deficiency. But before you rush out to buy zinc supplements, beware the dangers of overdosing on zinc, as the irony is you can damage your immune system with too much zinc, which is toxic above 40 milligrams a day, and intake above 300 milligrams a day is considered dangerous to your health. In adults, in addition to growth and repair of cells, another key role in zinc is to maintain your immune system, which helps protect you from infections. So if you're susceptible to coughs and colds, keep reading to make sure your diet contains the foods recommended below. You also need zinc for the following: healthy hair, skin, and nails, sense of taste and smell, healthy sperm count in men, highly digestive system, metabolism, and thyroid function. So what foods are rich in zinc? Here's a list of the best sources. Oysters, around 16 milligrams to 100 grams, depends on variety. Wheat germ, 17 milligrams to 100 grams. Calf's liver, 12 grams to 100 grams. Beef, 10 grams to 100 grams. Pumpkin seeds, 10 grams to 100 grams. Sesame seeds, also 10 grams to 100 grams. On a final note, it's how much you absorb that's important, not merely how much you consume. So you should know that smoking severely inhibits absorption of zinc, as does excessive consumption of alcohol. Chapter 3. How to Lose Weight Very Fast, the Healthy Way. Health is wealth. It is described as the optimal well-being of an individual, whether it is physical or psychological in nature. Staying fit and healthy promotes a positive outlook and maintains a youthful and vibrant disposition. Not only does it preserve youth, it also prolongs life. Now, one of the most innovative ways to keep oneself healthy and fit is through intermittent fasting. If you want to preserve your health, youth, and the vitality of your being, then intermittent fasting should be given a try. Intermittent fasting, as described today, is one of the cheapest fasting diets to lose weight. It doesn't require any other tools such as pills or medicines, nor does it entail any expensive gym equipment. All it simply asks is a strict and stern discipline to fasting. Intermittent fasting, by definition, connotes the regulation of food intake by not ingesting anything between major meals. Also, by the word intermittent, it follows that a sequential order of eating pattern must be attained. There's a presumption among experts that the basis on how intermittent fasting actually works can be explained by reason of anatomy and physiology, or the study of the organ and organ systems in relation to their functions within our bodies. As explained by specialists such as physicians, within our brainstem lies the seat of satiety, hunger, and thirst called the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is a complex, multifarious organ which actually orders our body when to feel the urge to gobble. Hence, should there be any desire for men to drink or eat, the hypothalamus is the one responsible for such action. Thus, if left untrained and left to do on its own will, satiety and hunger will increase to huge proportions. Once this happens, the urge to drink or eat will also be magnified. Of course, there is no danger or risk to eating. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, the quality of the food intake we eat also determines the state of health among individuals. Likewise, if a person continuously ingests food that are not nutritious, say the ones we see in fast foods or cafeterias, and done in large amounts, health is affected. Uncontrolled eating can lead to a host of diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, cardiac or heart problems, and obesity. The best way to start your fasting is to carefully plan your meals. Intermittent fasting works best if it is done regularly and habitually. This form of fasting diet to lose weight must be done in accordance with the willingness of the participant, and must be disciplined in order to achieve the desired effects. Aside from fasting, if you plan to lose weight, the amount of caloric intake must also be considered. So aside from carefully planning the intermittent meals, the amount of calories must also be taken into consideration. Combining the two strategies will not just make you slim, it will help you get to the weight you've always wanted. Moreover, training your hypothalamus to eat intermittently will have a huge impact on your urge to eat or drink, which would lead to restraining your unhealthy eating habits. Chapter 4: Complete Guide for Dieting. Today, more and more people are paying attention to healthy eating diet guides. For some, it is about achieving their ideal body weight. For others, it is just about feeling and looking healthy both from inside and outside. As somebody put it rather well, you are what you eat. Think of what you made for supper. You knew that casserole would be as good as the freshness and variety of ingredients you put into it. The human body is no different. It needs a selection of nutrients, vitamins, and food groups to function well. If all it gets is processed and fried snacks and colas, you can well imagine the results. Diet guides, if followed for 5 days or 7 days a year like a detoxification program, don't really help. You need to make changes that you can live with over a lifetime. So make them slowly, one vegetable at a time, but at a pace where they become part of your life and not something that requires self-control. The goal should never be fast weight loss, but a step towards your ideal body weight. Think of every morsel that you put as doing wonderful things for your body. Chew it, savor the flavor, and then swallow. How you eat is as important as what you eat, in order that it is assimilated. These are some of the principles that I recommend as part of a diet guide. Number 1. Eat your breakfast. Many people skip breakfast since they aren't really hungry or in a rush, mistakenly believing that they have saved on calories. What they don't realize is that they have kept their basal metabolic rate low, reduced alertness since the body has no fuel, and multiplied their chances of overeating at lunch, by which time the body will end up absorbing whatever it gets, leading to higher chances of weight gain. Number 2. Focus on what you are eating. It is important to give food your complete attention while eating. Watching TV when eating or talking on the phone results in your brain not getting the "I'm full" signals from your stomach, making you consume more than what is required. Also, it is believed that food is better metabolized if you focus on the eating process rather than elsewhere. Number 3. Eat slowly. Chewing your food and eating it slowly helps you get the flavors, giving you more satiety with lesser quantity. It also allows your brain to register fullness since the stomach takes some time to communicate this to the brain. If you're eating fast, then you would have already overeaten by the time you get the message. Number 4. Eat more frequently. Not many people realize that the very act of eating burns calories. Eating smaller meals serves 2 purposes. First, it keeps the metabolic rate high so you burn more calories. Secondly, by eating often, you prevent a situation where you react to food or eat without thinking, often the reasons for eating extra. Number 5. Gap after last meal. Last but not the least, remember to keep a gap of at least 2 hours between your dinner and sleep time. This will ensure that the meal gets metabolized well. Chapter 5. Lose 2 to 3 pounds in a week. People argue about what a healthy weight loss number per week is. 2 to 3 pounds a week has been said to be healthy. One thing to bear in mind is that weight loss program successes are relative. You can adopt a program that worked wonders for your friends but won't work for you. So it is always imperative to find and adopt a program that best suits you and that will keep you healthy too. You have to understand that the sole aim for every good weight loss program is not only to help you shed weight alone, but also to help you stay healthy as well. Home remedies for weight loss is a sure success for everyone, no matter how previous programs that do not work for you but worked for others. Natural remedies like reducing by at least 60% of your daily calorie intake during your meals and burning 75% more is a very healthy approach. Reducing your calorie intake does not mean reducing the amount of food you eat. You can still eat the same amount of food. Starving yourself will only lead to bigger health problems like ulcers, and it will be in your best interest to stay off such an approach as much as you can. You can continue eating and enjoying your meat, but just cut the fat out and substitute meals like burgers and steaks with whole grain bread. Consistency is the key to your diet program. Stick with the natural methods of reducing your weight. Taking a glass of water before meals and taking fruits and vegetables in place of junk foods will really help you achieve your goals faster than you think. Cut down on the starch and sugars as much as possible. Alcohol should be eliminated just as caffeine should be eliminated. Undertake a walk at least 30 minutes because it helps to keep your body fit and healthy. Exercises such as jogging, biking, cycling should be done regularly and consistently. Ensure you have a particular time of the day that you exercise, preferably in the morning, and you will be amazed at the kind of results that you will get in a very short time of doing them. Exercise regularly and balance it with a healthy nutrition and balanced diet, and you will notice the amazing weight reduction. Chapter 6. Top 10 Tips to Lose Weight and Diet. To lead a healthy, long life, it is very certain to learn the facts about health, nutritious diet, and physical activities. The key for a healthy lifestyle is to know about eating the right food and how to be physically active. An individual needs 30 minutes of physical activity at least 5 days a week. By avoiding illegal drugs and tobacco, the lifespan of an individual is sure to increase. The most important thing in keeping healthy is losing the extra pounds and maintaining the weight. Out of every 3 Americans, 2 are obese. Losing weight is the first step, and keeping it off permanently is the next step. Weight loss is the combination of a healthy diet and physical exercise. People tend to lose pounds within a short period, and they are prone to regain it again in a short while. Below is the list of the top 10 tips on losing weight and dieting. Number 1. Regular exercise. Physical exercise has become the sole most effective fat-burning enhancer around. The more you exercise, the greater calories your body will burn up for energy. Performing some type of physical exercise, for example regular workouts to lose weight or simply a brisk walk several times weekly, has been proven to be a very safe and natural way to speed up your metabolism quickly. Number 2. Drink green leaf tea. There is certainly some proof that consuming green tea will help you increase your metabolism. Certain chemical compounds such as a natural level of caffeine and catechin, which is an antioxidant present in green leaf tea, which have been proven to boost the level at which your body burns up calories. Green tea could possibly have significant benefits when it comes to weight reduction if it is consumed half an hour prior to an exercise routine. Number 3. Crash diets to lose weight is not the right way. By losing weight rapidly, you are losing only the water content and glycogen in your body and not fat. When you are in a strict diet, your body finds it difficult to burn calories. And when you start eating normally, your body starts to store as much food as it can, which will result in regaining the lost weight. Number 4. Don't avoid breakfast in the name of dieting. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day that supports your body with the necessary energy for the whole day. For those looking for weight loss, it is important advice not to skip breakfast. Number 5. Best plan for weight loss is to substitute food and not to eliminate food. Eat food with reduced fat and lower calories. Replace junk food with fruits and vegetables that are low in calories and rich in fiber. Number 6. Always eat natural food. Avoid processed food and food with additives. Eating natural food shows your body that you are on the right track for a long-term weight loss. Number 7. Avoid aerated drinks in your diet completely. By doing this, an individual can save an average of 360 calories or even more every day. Fruit juices, whole milk, and diet soda can add unwanted calories to your daily intake. Replacing whole milk with skim milk or soy milk can bring a lot of differences. Make sure to drink at least 2 liters of water every day. Water is essential for your body in the fat-burning process. Number 8. Don't overeat. Don't eat till your stomach feels full. Because nutrients in the food take time to enter the bloodstream, and more to the nerve centers in the brain which regulate appetite. Give your body a chance to feel that you had enough to eat by eating slowly. Number 9. Exercising is very important in your weight loss plan. But it doesn't mean to spend 4 to 5 hours a day in the gym. Select exercise options that can fit into your lifestyle. Number 10. Set realistic goals on weight reduction for a specific period of time. Chapter 7. What are the allowed foods? What can you eat on a ketogenic diet? A ketogenic diet is basically a diet which converts your body from burning sugar to burning fat. Around 99% of the world's population have a diet which causes their body to burn sugar. As a result, carbohydrates are their primary fuel source used after digesting carbs. This process makes people gain weight. However, a diet of fat and ketones will cause weight loss. As you ask what you can eat on a ketogenic diet, first of all, eat up to 30 to 50 grams of carbs per day. Next, let us discover more about what you can have on your plate and how the ketogenic diet affects your health. The importance of sugar precaution on the ketogenic diet. Keto shifts your body from a sugar burner to a fat burner by eliminating the dietary sugar derived from carbohydrates. The first obvious reduction you should make from your current diet is sugar and sugary foods. Although sugar is a definite target for deletion, the ketogenic diet focuses upon the limitation of carbohydrates. We need to watch out for sugar in a number of different types of food and nutrients. Even a white potato, which is carb-heavy, may not taste sweet to your tongue like sugar, but once it hits your bloodstream after digestion, those carbs add a simple sugar known as glucose to your body. The truth is, our body can only store so much glucose before it dumps it elsewhere in our system. Excess glucose becomes what is known as the fat which accumulates in our stomach region, love handles, etc. Protein and its place in keto. One source of carbohydrates which some people overlook in their diet is protein. Overconsumption of protein according to the tolerance level of your body will result in weight gain. Because our body converts excess protein into sugar, we must moderate the amount of protein we eat. Moderation of our protein intake is part of how to eat ketogenic and lose weight. First of all, identify your own tolerance of daily protein and use as a guide to maintain an optimal intake of the nutrient. Second, choose your protein from foods such as organic cage-free eggs and grass-fed meats. Finally, create meals in variety that are delicious and maintain your interest in the diet. For instance, a 5-ounce steak and a few eggs can provide an ideal amount of daily protein for some people. Caloric intake on the ketogenic diet. Calories are another important consideration for what you can eat on a ketogenic diet. Energy derived from the calories in the food we consume help our body to remain functional. Hence, we must eat enough calories in order to meet our daily nutritional requirements. Counting calories is a burden for many people who are on other diets. But as a ketogenic dieter, you don't have to worry nearly as much about calorie counting. Most people on a low-carb diet remain satisfied by eating a daily amount of 1,500 to 1,700 kcal in calories. Fats, the good and the bad. Fat is not bad. In fact, many good healthy fats exist in whole foods, such as nuts, seeds, and olive oil. Healthy fats are an integral part of the ketogenic diet and are available as spreads, snacks, and toppings. Misconceptions in regards to eating fat are that a high amount of it is unhealthy and causes weight gain. While both statements are in a sense true, the fat which we consume is not the direct cause of the fat which appears on our body. Rather, the sugar from each nutrient we consume is what eventually becomes the fat on our body. Balance your nutrients wisely. Digestion causes the sugars we eat to absorb into the bloodstream and the excess amount transfer into our fat cells. High carbohydrate and high protein eating will result in excess body fat because there is sugar content in these nutrients. So excessive eating of any nutrient is unhealthy and causes weight gain. But a healthy diet consists of a balance of protein, carbohydrates, and fats according to the tolerance levels of your body. Just about everyone can accomplish a ketogenic diet with enough persistence and effort. In addition, we can moderate a number of bodily conditions naturally with keto. Insulin resistance, elevated blood sugar, inflammation, obesity, type 2 diabetes are some health conditions that keto can help to stabilize. Each of these unhealthy conditions will reduce and normalize for the victim who follows a healthy ketogenic diet. Low carb, high fat, and moderate protein whole foods provide the life-changing health benefits of this diet. Let's shop. Grocery list. Now onto the good stuff, the food. You'll want to focus on whole, fresh foods and make sure you are paying attention to the nutrient info on labels or looking it up online for foods without labels like veggies, fruits, etc. This is, of course, just an overview of what you can eat, but these are things I'm most likely going to pick up from the grocery store. I also don't want to include crazy expensive specialty items like erythritol for beginners. I think we all get excited about making our favorite junk foods in the style of our diets right away. This is fine, but it can be very expensive, time-consuming, and exhausting. Stick with the basics, especially when first starting out. Protein: salmon, chicken, turkey, beef, tuna, sardines, eggs, and bacon. Fats: avocado, avocado oil, coconut oil, nuts, olive oil, MCT oil, grass-fed butter, heavy whipping cream, full-fat cheese. Carbs: butternut squash, zucchini, carrots, spaghetti squash, artichokes, mushrooms, endive, cauliflower, broccoli, and spinach. Bonus: snacks: olives, pepperoni slices, hard cheese slices, cheese crisp, pork rinds, flackers, GG crackers, not gluten-free. Chapter 8: How to Read Food Labels the Right Way. When someone is driving to a place that isn't familiar, often they will consult a map or GPS system, and they will also pay close attention to traffic signs. This helps them find their way and tells them when they need to stop, when they should go, where they should make changes, what can be dangerous, and what is safe. Food labels serve much of the same purpose to an individual's diet. Food labels will help an individual select wise foods, say no to certain foods or yes to others, and know what they can do to improve their health. But how can a person read food labels? What do they mean? Let us examine how to read food labels. The first sign a person sees on this food label map is serving size measurements. This can be linked to a scale on a map. A map scale helps a person determine how to translate a distance as it appears on a map into an actual distance. Likewise, when we buy a food item, we definitely can't judge a book by its cover, or in this case, package. A small can of soup or box of sweets may appear to not have many calories, yet when we examine the back we can judge accurately. The serving size and servings per container are the keys to what is written below. All the values and percentages below it are based on one serving size. So before eating, ask the important question: how many servings am I having? Even low-calorie, low-fat, or some healthy foods can be unhealthy if many servings are eaten. Just below the serving size measurements, we have calories and calories from fat. Understanding this is one of the keys of how to read food labels. This could be linked to the fuel gauge on your car. You don't want to be low on fuel, but you don't want to overfill your tank. You want it to be right on F. One of the leading causes of being overweight and obese comes from individuals consuming too many calories. For many individuals, 2,000 calories a day is being full. Aside from that, an individual can see how many of the calories per serving come from fat. By closely monitoring caloric intake, a person can decide how much exercise and dieting they need to incorporate in their lifestyle. When you look on a map, you see different roads. There are certain roads you want to bypass, and there are certain roads you want to use more frequently. When we look at the nutritional information on a food package, it gives a good indication of what kind of road this food is. Foods that contain high amounts of saturated fat, trans fats, cholesterol, and sodium should be avoided or consumed infrequently. Aside from these nutrients, a person will find the percentage they should consume daily. The goal is to get as close to 100% on a daily basis as possible, without going over. Below that are listed a number of nutrients that many do not consume enough of. As an example, fiber and different vitamins like A, E, and C. Eating foods that are high in these nutrients will help prevent disease, help you feel healthy and energetic every day, and help to feel happy. Trying to eat 100% of these nutrients daily is vital to healthy living. There is no need to be lost on the road to good health. There are signs everywhere. The only danger comes from not paying attention. If someone is in a car not paying attention to signs, roads, conditions, or direction, they are inviting in danger. Let not the same thing happen to your diet. Just a few seconds spent reading a food label can really mean a lifetime. Chapter 9: Right Mindset to Achieve Your Diet Goals. Fast and easy weight loss can be very enticing. So much so that it can be hard not to be sucked into all the hype and sensational claims made by some of the products out there. Every time you turn around, there is a revolutionary new miracle promising overnight results, and you do not need to even break a sweat. Fad diets come and go, and so do their promises of rapid weight loss. How can those ads not appeal to anyone struggling to lose unwanted pounds? Desperation sets us on a course to finding that little miracle in a bottle again and again. Stop. Fast and easy weight loss is absolutely possible, but you must be willing to change. Weight loss is a mental thing just as much as it is a physical one, maybe even a little more than you think. In order to be successful at achieving your goals, you must have the right motivation and mental attitude. And above all, you must be consistent in all that you do to reach your desired results. Ask yourself, why do you want to lose weight? Do you want to be thin so you can feel like you fit in? Do you want to stop feeling embarrassed? Do you want to lose weight for health reasons? Maybe it is for your family. There are many reasons for wanting to lose weight, and the stronger the reasons, the more powerful the motivation will be. And when you are full of motivation, you can't help but lose weight and lose it at a faster pace than you have ever experienced. Powerful reasons equal unstoppable motivation. Any successful dieter will tell you that they had very powerful reasons to lose weight, and that motivated them to lose the weight for good. Find your personal reasons, and you will find the motivation to achieve anything you set your mind to. Without belief in yourself, you will find it hard to accomplish anything at all. 7 tips to achieving your diet goals. Obesity is becoming epidemic for many of us. Women especially are falling into a vicious cycle, spurred on by the media's portrayal of human beauty to diet, fail, diet again, and so on. Well, here are some tips to help you actually lose the weight and keep it off this time. Number 1. You must want it. This sounds like a no-brainer, but it's the basic truth. You must be ready to do what is necessary to succeed. You can't just kinda want to lose a few pounds before swimsuit season, or shed 60 pounds in 3 months to fit into my wedding dress. Oh no, life and weight loss don't work that way. Number 2, you must be prepared for a permanent change. This is the most important element right here. You cannot go on a diet, lose the weight, then return to your former eating habits. Duh, that's just not going to work. You must accept that you are going to have to eat differently for the rest of your life. This is like quitting smoking or an alcoholic going sober. You either do it or you don't. Are you ready to do it? Number 3, pick a diet plan that suits you. If you bake a loaf of fresh bread every day and eating it has always been the highlight of your day, then a low-carbohydrate diet will be hard for you from the start. If you are living on a tight budget, then a plan that says you must buy meals from them will be prohibitively expensive. If you don't own a car, then any diet plan that asks you to attend meetings weekly might be impossible. Read about all of them and don't fall for hype and fad diets. Don't choose one by knee-jerk reaction. If you don't research, you will find yourself jumping from diet to diet again. Number 4, actually follow the diet. Seriously, this is the number 1 diet fail. Read the literature, visit message boards, talk to people who have successfully done whichever diet you choose. Don't alter the plan or make up stuff. If you are doing low carb and you just have that one piece of candy or that one extra slice of bread, then you are not doing the diet correctly. You cannot cheat on or alter the diet plan, then turn around and claim it didn't work. It wasn't the plan, it was you. Number 5, don't expect unrealistic goals. This is a lifestyle change, remember? Don't expect to lose 20 pounds a month. Stop thinking about it as a diet. It isn't. You are not going to go off of it or start eating the things I love again. A lifestyle change isn't about totally depriving yourself of everything. Pick your loves, your joys, and keep them in moderation. You're going to be doing this for a long time. Make sure it's realistic. Number 6, don't hype yourself up or drag yourself down. If you do lose 20 pounds that first month, don't get yourself all worked into a frenzy and revert to item number 5 and start expecting those results every month. Weight loss varies on any diet. You may lose a load up front, then slow to 1 pound a week, then go back up to 3 pounds a week loss, which is healthy. Don't get depressed if you stall or weight loss slows. This is normal. Try tweaking what you do a bit, not altering the plan. Don't do a number 4. Instead, try to squeeze a few nice walks in during the week. Try writing down everything you eat for a week. Also, try actually measuring foods rather than eyeballing. Many people are eating many more calories, fat grams, carbs than they realize. Read labels carefully. Many things add hidden calories, fat, carbs that you'd never suspect. Your coffee creamer, salad dressing, and ketchup, for example. Number 7. Don't let anyone, including yourself, derail you. If Grandma absolutely insists that you eat a slice of her caramel nut cake and it's not on your plan, then do not let her pout, cajole, or guilt you into that slice. Tell any and all derailers, firmly, no thank you. Any friend or family member who refuses to understand how important your health goals are to you doesn't deserve sympathy for supposedly hurt feelings because you wouldn't eat. Remember that you count too. Don't down a small bowl of ice cream and then go, "Oh well, I already cheated. I'll just have a small slice of pecan pie." No, this is for your health, your happiness, and your life. None of those things is worth the 2 seconds of pleasure that a load of sugar and carbs might bring. This is something that you can do. No, it's not going to be easy at first, but it will get easier and better. Pick your plan, find your groove, steel your determination, and go for it. You do not have to be a victim of overweight and poor health. Chapter 10. Popular Lies About Dieting to Lose Weight. It can be extremely frustrating when you try so hard to lose weight but can never seem to get the hang of it. We end up feeling bad about ourselves and start making negative comments about ourselves and our abilities to follow a diet plan. What if I told you that not being able to successfully complete a diet plan is not your fault? You have the ability to achieve your desired weight without dieting. There is a way to lose weight in a healthy and natural way. By nurturing your mind and body, you can make progress without dieting. Today, we are going to look at the lies that surround diet plans. Many diet plans make suggestions to help you lose weight. However, these suggestions are based on lies that will not further your goal of becoming healthy. One lie that many plans insist that eating later in the evening will cause weight gain. Your body knows what it needs. As long as you are listening to your body and taking in what your body is telling you it needs, you will not gain weight. Many diet plans suggest that you should limit your food intake or skip meals. By skipping meals, your body has a negative reaction. It can actually cause weight gain. When your body is not receiving the nutrients it needs, it begins to store fat for the times when your body is not receiving caloric intake. It is best to eat when you are hungry and to stop when you are full. Feeling hungry is your body's natural way of telling you that it needs nutrients in your body. This means you should learn to listen to your body and take your body's natural cues in order to make a real change. Another lie that many diet plans tell you is that you need to deny yourself your favorite foods to lose weight. This often means that you are denying your body of what it needs. When you deny yourself of certain foods, you actually end up eating more than if you had just ate what you wanted until you were full. Just think of this example. You are on a diet that tells you to reduce caloric intake and eat only healthy foods. Your body is craving ice cream, but you eat an apple instead. Your body did not get what it needed, and you still feel hungry, so you grab a yogurt. This cycle can continue for several different food items. By eating what your body wants, you can still lose weight. You have the ability to achieve your desired weight in a healthy and natural way. All the frustrations that you feel while dieting can be a thing of the past. You can be successful at losing weight without dieting. By learning to listen to your body and throwing out the lies of traditional dieting plans, you can be successful. 10 familiar lies about diets. There are many maxims of diets, familiar to most people who care about their health. However, many maxims are lies, conveying wrong ideas to people, and it's time to correct them. Once people mention sugar, salt, and fat, they would say coincidentally, "Don't eat too much." Is that true? Everything has its limit. As long as you don't cross it, you will not be harmed. Number 1. Fresh vegetables are healthier than the frozen ones. If fresh vegetables are referred to as ones just picked from a vegetable field, then it is right to say so. But in fact, what we eat is not that fresh, usually being placed for several days and losing many vitamins. Instead, the frozen vegetables contain more vitamins as they are frozen to prevent the loss of vitamins. Number 2. You can totally trust on mineral water. There are many minerals which are healthy for people, but mineral water can also contain harmful substances, such as mercury or cadmium. Recently, Dutch scientists have analyzed 68 kinds of mineral water from 16 countries and found there are much more bacteria in mineral water than what we think. Though those bacteria may not cause damage, for weak people they are still dangerous. Number 3. It is unhealthy to drink coffee. People think drinking coffee causes the loss of calcium, and so they usually pour some milk into it. In fact, coffee is healthy for people which can refresh them. When you get up dizzy, then you can drink a cup of coffee and you feel sober. Number 4. It is better to eat raw vegetables, because in this way, many nutrients are kept. But it is not the case for all vegetables. For example, potatoes, beans, and eggplants contain toxic substances and should be cooked for eating. Carrots are high in vitamin A, but only when they are cooked. Vitamin A can be absorbed. Number 5. Salad is healthy because it contains low calories. Though salad contains much water, it contains few nutrients. What's more, women are not suitable for eating too much salad because most of them have a cold physique. Too much salad causes a bad metabolism, blood circulation, and skin. Besides, many vegetables contain high nitrate, which is very harmful. Number 6. Eating snacks at night can ruin your figure. If it is true, 99% of people can get fat. In fact, only when you eat too much at night, you gain weight. However, eating food too late can result in insomnia. Number 7. Eggs with dark color are more nutritious than those with light colors. But the color of eggs is only related to a hen's breed. Number 8. Honey contains low calories, helpful for losing weight. But it is not true. In fact, 100 grams of honey contains 303 calories, and 100 grams of sugar contains 399 calories. Thus, we can see honey doesn't contain that low calories. But honey does contain more potassium, zinc, and copper. Number 9. Sweetener is good for losing weight. Many people know eating sugar can gain weight, and thus use sweetener to take place of sugar. But researchers show that sweetener, especially saccharin, can accelerate the secretion of insulin. As a result, people turn out to depend on sugar more. Number 10. Drinking some wine can warm people up. But this is just an illusion. The body temperature actually decreases because capillaries under the skin expand quickly. Conclusion. How important is choosing a diet? Take a look at the vast quantities of diets that you can choose from. You have low-calorie diets, no-fat diets, low-fat diets, and many more depending on who is marketing and writing the diet. Most diets today are retreads from previous diets. Now with newer and much better advertising campaigns, it is definitely buyer beware. When you decide to go on a diet, it is going to be the single hardest thing that you will undertake short of a life-threatening situation. Other vices are hard to give up also or change, but you have to eat every day. When you make up your mind that it is time for a diet, depending on how much weight you need to lose will depend on how serious you need to be. If you have a few pounds to lose, any diet that you choose will probably work. But if you are like a good majority, you have 30 or more pounds to lose, then your choice will go a long way to your success. When you begin to look and choose a diet, where do you go? Watch TV, a friend's recommendation, or advertising? Most people choose a diet from these sources, and although your friends mean well, they usually get their information from advertising or from one of their friends. When looking into a diet, you must be ready to be on a diet in some form the rest of your life. If you do not think so, do you truly believe that if you lose weight and reach your goal, it will stay off when you go back to eating what you are now? Most people on diets fail because they do not take the time to research the diet and have no idea what makes up a good diet. When choosing a diet, you need to be aware of what makes a good diet and what does not. All diets will have certain components that will make them better than others. A good diet will have 4 major components to a diet. It will have a component that will teach you goal setting and how to do it properly. A book that covers this is How to Choose a Diet, along with information that will help you choose your next diet. Goal setting is very important in dieting. If you try to go on a diet after a period of time, most of us will lose interest and quit. Look at goals as your roadmap to success, and when you start to waver, take out your goals and refresh them and start losing the fat. The next component will have different ways to start teaching you new habits. You have had many years of bad habits, from not eating the correct amounts to eating the wrong foods at the wrong time. These habits need to be broken and relearned. It will take you approximately 1.5 months to form a habit. Start a habit like a steel cable. Each cable is made up of many strands pulled tightly together to form one large strand. Each time you eat properly, you form a strand. After a while, you will choose the correct portion and the correct food at the correct time. This is what a diet needs to teach you, and this is important if you want to lose weight and keep it off. The third component is the diet itself, and this can have a few different sections to it. It may have a few phases that you will go through, and it will have a maintenance phase that you will need when you reach your goals. This part of the diet is also critical. If you choose a diet that takes a lot of prep time and you do not have this time because of your schedule, this diet will be doomed. Read about the different diets and look for the types of food and what you need to do to be able to eat. If you have a busy, hectic schedule, look for a diet that supplies you with the meals, or a diet that makes allowances for prepared foods or restaurants. You need a diet that is flexible so that as you change, the diet can change with you. Do not be afraid to check out different diets. The last and most forgotten part of dieting is exercise. Most diets will recognize exercise as an important part of dieting, but usually fall way short of giving you any guidelines to follow. Exercise is the single most important thing you can do to help you lose weight. Your body was designed to be used, and the more exercise your body gets, a whole host of good things happen. The biggest thing that you will notice is that you will lose inches and pounds. You will feel and eventually look better. You need to start off slowly and gradually build your workout to a level that will help you both feel and look better. Exercising daily, and this does not even have to be a formal workout. Take the steps instead of the elevator. Take a walk at lunchtime instead of sitting. These things and many more can help you lose those unwanted pounds. Exercise can and will make up the difference if you cheat occasionally, but you need to know what to do and when. When it comes to choosing a diet, make sure you have all the information when you choose. Make sure the diet is for you, and you did not choose the diet because some commercial on TV or radio says that you can lose the weight without dieting or exercise. That will not happen. As of now, there's no magic pill to make you lose weight in inches. You need to study the diets and choose wisely and not to be afraid to start over if you find a diet which does not work. This has been The Easy Diet, Weight Loss and Nutrition for Beginners. Written by Giovanni Rigters. Narrated by Dustin Thomas. Copyright 2019 by Giovanni Rigters. Production copyright by Giovanni Rigters.